Morning everyone, out for a wild camp in the woods. For once I'm not bundled up in all my winter gear. It's like summer, lovely and warm. And I've gone a bit lighter weight with my equipment. And a bit lighter on the dinner as well. So I haven't got a bag with me. Bag full of shopping like I usually do. I don't think I've forgotten anything. But you know me, I'm bound to have forgotten something. I've got a nice new spot as well. I've been doing a bit of scouting round and found a lovely, idyllic little spot right next to a big tree, which is a rare find for this place. I'll bring you back when we get a bit nearer to the camp. So welcome to the swamp camp, I'm going to call this, because behind the camera is reeds, which is all marshy, looks a bit swamp-like, so that's what I'm going to call it, swamp camp. I've got this lovely tree. I don't know what this tree is. If anyone knows, stick it in the comments. But it's like it's been pollarded, you know. It's there's about 8 different stems. It's a fine tree, one of the biggest in the area, and the usual hawthorn tree that I've pruned a bit this side. So this is where I'm going to put my hammock, around this one here, and where my hat is on the tree there. Yeah, love it. I'll give you a little tour. Yeah, so what is this tree? Any ideas? So I've been busy pruning a few bits. You can see I've chopped a branch there for my rucksack. I've got a hat hook. And I've been busy pruning this hawthorn. It doesn't do the trees any harm. If anything, it helps them, because the lower branches tend to die off anyway, just die and break off. So it's a nice dry, firm ground as well. There's odd bits of concrete. There's actually a lizard hiding under this rock. I won't disturb him, because that's a bit of a trip hazard, that, and I was going to move it. I lifted it up and there's a lizard under there, so I'll leave him alone. So there's the view of the swamp. So I'm not going to get any intruders coming from this end. I've made a brush barrier this side, so the only way in is over here, and it is quite difficult to get to. It's a little way from the yeah, it's about a quarter of a mile from the number plate camp. Quite deep in this wooded area, really. I'll be unlucky if anyone finds this one. But if they do, they do. I don't own it. It's not my swamp. So I'm just going to give you a quick demo of how easy it is to set this hammock up. So you've got a strap with a loop. Just a simple webbing strap. I need to move this because this tree is bigger than the ones I normally attach to. So these are the quickly adjustable buckles from Superior Gear. So I'll get my hammock. Find the end, wherever that is. So there, we've got one end. So both ends of the hammock have got a continuous loop of this AM steel, really strong. Just put it through there like that. Simple as that. So we do the same this end. Obviously pick a nice strong bit of the tree. Head height, roughly. So you've got a ridge line, an adjustable ridge line. Connected to the buckle, same as the other side. There we have it. You can't get much more simple than that, really, can you? Give it the sit test. So if it can hold my weight, it can hold anyone. This is the life. This is what I come here for. To chill, get away from everyone and everything. Just be on my own in the peace and quiet. Because all I can hear is the birds singing. It's good for the soul. Get yourself a hammock and get out in the woods. So what I like to do is get the another little pro tip is get the hammock slightly higher one end, and that'll be your foot end, so you don't slide down. So I'm going to use these to stake out the tarp. Tent pegs are no good in this woodland because the ground's too soft. There we are. So I've got the tarp set up. Quite cosy, eh? Very spacious. It's a big tarp. Not expecting any rain. Famous last words, eh? My luck. No, my luck it will rain, won't it? So I've got my hammock gear, top quilt. That should be plenty warm enough. And what I'll do for a pillow is use the stuff sack. Just put my coat in it. Keep things simple, less to carry. So I've still got the fireplace to build. Not too sure where to have that. And prep some firewood. But first I'm going to show you what I've got for dinner. I'm taking a bit of a risk here. I really am. I might hate it. This is the little ration pack I've got. French Army. Supposed to be for 8 hours, I think. Or like a day, you know. A day's ration for a soldier. There's not much there, is there? So we've got a little solid fuel burner. I'll get that out in a minute. Have a brew. A little packet of tissues. Coffee. That's the pâté de surf. Yeah, don't know what that is. Venison, maybe. Little fruit bar. Dark chocolate. Creme caramel, that'll be nice for dessert. Some matches. And the main course, beef tortellini. God, there's not much there though. I think I'm going to be hungry tonight. Because I haven't had anything to eat today at all, and it's midday now. I was hoping this was going to be enough. Well, it'll have to be. I'm not going home to get anything else. So I'll have those this evening. I can just warm that up in the tin and the caramel, creme caramel, I'll have that just straight out of the tin cold. So for lunchtime I might have this little tin of pâté and these 2 bars. Yeah, I'm on rations. Dinky little box of matches. It's a lovely quality kit, the French pack. Really nice, really nicely presented and good quality. Right, let's deploy this. Oh, there's a rubbish bag as well. Not sure what that is. Yeah, let's deploy this little heater and get a brew going. While the kettle's boiling, I'm going to tuck into this pâté, like venison pâté. Looks a bit like corned beef. I brought some plasters with me this time, just in case I cut myself again. Corned beef. That's what that is. Well, it's not bad. Yeah, nice that is. I like it. Wish there was more of it. That is really nice. Hope the beef tortellini is as good. I'm surprised they didn't put some crackers or some sort of biscuit in there. Well, that's it. What else can I have? Well, I might as well have the chocolate bar and the pâté de fruits. What shall I have first? Let's try this fruit bar. I don't know how my kettle's getting on. I don't hold out much hope for those little Esbits things here. They're not very good. Ah. Like a fruit jelly bar thing. Orange. It's like a big fruit pastel. Actually really good. I've got to admit it's nice, really nice. I've never had anything like that before. Really fruity. Kettle's boiled. I had to use all 3 of those little bars, those Esbit cubes, and help it along with some twigs as well. So while my French coffee's cooling down, I'll try this dark chocolate bar. It's got 70% on there. 70% cocoa. So it should be strong as anything. That'll give me the energy I need for the mission I've got to do later. Oh, it's a good chocolate bar. Rock hard. Yeah, it's really nice, that is. So I'm really impressed with that French ration. Menu number 7. Bloody nice. Vive la France. Yeah, so what I'm going to do later, this little mission, is explore the wall. You might have seen it, if you've watched my other videos, you'll know about the wall that skirts this whole site. It's like the foundation wall that the building used to sit on. And it's, you know, it's up to 10 feet high in places, and 3 feet across. No, not 3 feet. It's probably about 18 inches, 2 feet across. So plenty enough to walk on. So what I've brought with me is my little battery saw, and I'm going to try and cut a path and see how far I can get along the wall. I can see it from here. It's the other side of the swamp. Should be quite interesting. See how far I can get. I've always wanted to do it. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And if I went round it far enough, it would come back to the old oil drum camp eventually. But it's if it's got big trees going across the... I can't cut, obviously, can't cut anything big down. I can only cut... You know, I don't want to make a right mess, do I? But be interesting to see how far I can get. So stay tuned for that one. Still got the fireplace to make and the firewood to prep as well. I'm feeling a little bit lazy. I'm just going to sit here for a bit and drink my coffee. Which is quite nice, by the way. A bit like Nescafe, but a bit smoother. So, well done the French. That's a bloody good ration pack. I'm looking forward to the beef tortellini. Blimey. It's a proper slimmer's dinner. It's 125 calories. 125 calories, that's like a packet of crisps. I expect the creme caramel's a few more. 130 calories. Wow. Not much at all, is it? How can a soldier survive on that? It's alright for me, just pottering about in the woods. So I've got a basic fireplace built. I'm not going too mad with this one. It's my fire kit for later. So while we've still got some daylight, I'm going to go for the wall mission, switching to chest cam. Armed with my saw. So there's the wall. Right, we're on the wall. Which way? I think we'll go this way. A lot of these branches might just break off like that. Save battery power. I'll save battery power and step over that. And this is the worst stuff, these brambles. They're very tough. Super spiky. Ouch, yeah, we don't want too many of these. Ouch, the bloody things. Yeah, I think we're a bit doomed to failure straight away, aren't we, really? I'm not going to get past that lot. Oh, maybe easier than I thought. It's all pretty dead. Another big bottle pit over there. Somebody's been digging the bottles up. We've got a great big pile of bricks here. A bit green, but they're... Look at them all. So I can see there's a gap in the wall just there, so I'm going to have to come down. Yeah, see the wall's fallen down. Plenty of bricks for the fireplace. Wow, it's like an archaeological dig. Look at this square hole. There. So the wall is in a bit of a sorry state of repair down this end. There's holes everywhere. It goes off at different angles. Crikey, somebody's gone to a lot of trouble digging up all these holes. Brambles. They're not my friend. Plenty of dead trees fallen over for firewood. Not the best place for a camp though, is it? All these holes everywhere. Some of them are quite deep. I can just about see my swamp camp on the other side there. Well, I'm not going to be able to get much further, am I? It's those vicious brambles that do it. Yeah, I'd love to get right round it, but I don't think it's feasible. Not for me anyway, I haven't got the energy. If I was 20 years younger, maybe. Look at that dinky little bottle. London SE. S. Dodman. Wow, look at that. It's just a hand blown bottle, isn't it? Wonder how old that is. It's very light. If that was complete, I'd keep that. No, it's pretty dodgy. Oh, that was lucky. Need more than a plaster for that one. Yeah, I better not push my luck anymore. I'm no spring chicken. Yeah, let's get back to camp where it's safe. Alright, let's get back to camp. Chest cam off. So it's about 5 o'clock now. The temperature's dropped quite a bit. It's starting to get dark. So I'm going to get the fire lit. I'm going to utilise this ration pack box. I'm hoping this this cardboard will take a spark. Oh, it's not very flammable cardboard, is it? Must be flame retardant cardboard. I'll try one of these. Once it gets going, it'll be alright. I've got these wax-like pencils as well. They impregnate this wood with wax. You just, like a pencil sharpener. Get some of that going. That'll burn alright. There we are, that's more like it. Yeah, we're going now. So I'm quite looking forward to this beef tortellini. Yeah, I bet that'd be nice. Shame it's not double the amount though. Can't get over that, 125 calories. It's just a little appetiser, isn't it? It's not a dinner. Good job we got the creme caramel. I still think I'm going to be starving after this. There's no Mackie D's anywhere near. I'll let that fire establish a bit. I think I'm just going to put that straight on the fire, just to warm it through, and eat it out of the tin. Save on the washing up. I quite miss not preparing and cooking stuff though. That sort of fills the evening. Especially when you do a stew, you know, you get it all prepped and it's bubbling away on the fire, smells lovely. That'll take 5 minutes to warm through and 5 minutes to eat. I remember my bottle of beer. I don't think I really forgot anything this time. It's amazing. Oh, I can't wait any longer, I'm starving. Let's crack open this tortellini. Cool. Smells a bit garlicky. I don't quite know how I'm going to deal with this. I think I can probably use that to get it on and off with. Doesn't look very appetising like that, but I'm sure it's going to be tasty. It hasn't got to be cooked, has it? It's already cooked. I'll stick it there for 5 minutes. Could have done with a jacket potato or something. That would have gone well with that. Could have chucked it in the fire. Right, let's tuck into this beef tortellini. Crack open my beer. Cheers. Got a little bit of ash in it. Right. Wow. That's really nice. It's like ravioli, really, isn't it? Cool. Yeah, a side of garlic bread would have gone so well, wouldn't it? The fire's a bit smoky. That's warmed through nicely. Very quick and easy. Right, I'll eat that without you watching, and I'll bring you back for the creme caramel. So I finished the beef tortellini. That was bloody lovely. Really nice. I wish there was double the amount though. Or I had something to go with it. Some chips or something. So now we've got the cream caramel. I'm not a massive fan of caramel. But that actually tastes pretty good. Got it everywhere. And what's this going to be like? Just basically like a blancmange. Oh, that's good. Not too sweet and sickly. Wow, that's really nice. Got to give it to the French, they know how to cook. That is delicious. I'll definitely have one of these again. You know, just for the evening, because that venison pate thing that was like corned beef, that's obviously a starter. That's your starter. Beef tortellini, then that, and your 2 chocolate bars as little snacks. So as an evening meal, that's 3 courses, actually really nice. But I made the mistake of making it last the whole day, and it's unfortunately not enough. But just for one meal, that's banging. Yeah, the beef tortellini was lovely. Well, the pate was, and so's this. One of the tastiest camp dinners I've ever had. Because I don't usually bother with a pudding. Yeah, it's tiny though, isn't it? It's just not enough. I'll try and get it all out. If I could, I'd get my tongue in there. But no, I'll cut myself on the lid. That edge is sharp. Well, I haven't left much of that. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'll the kettle on for a cup of tea. And that's it. We're losing the light a bit now, it's sort of 6 o'clock. Just have an evening sitting by the fire and read my book, I think. No washing up. How good is that? Yeah, I like that. I like no washing up. And I like the French ration pack number 7. Until the kettle's boiled. You can have yourself a nice cup of tea. I really enjoyed my dinner. I'll definitely get one of those again. Might try a different menu. Got to be adventurous, haven't you? I'm just going to sit and enjoy me tea and the fire. It's getting on a bit now. It's probably 7 o'clock. We're losing the light, so I can't do much more filming. So I'll see you in the morning, unless something exciting happens in the night. Hopefully it won't. Yeah, we'll see you in the morning. There's some funny noises coming from the swamp. I think it might be those Hungarian bullfrogs. Oh, good morning, campers. It's a bright and sunny morning. The sun's just come up. It's about 7:20. All the birds are singing. Birds woke me up. Had a really good night's sleep as usual. Didn't want to get out of bed or out of the hammock. Right, time to get up, make a move. See if we can stoke the fire back into life. Get some breakfast on, because I'm starving. Oh, that's better. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly, but not too bad. Yeah, see if we can stoke some life back into this fire. It's funny, it looks like a little grave, doesn't it? Well, under this ash, there's still some glowing coals. That's quite warm, that is. So I'm just going to use a fire lighter. See if we can get that going. There we go. I've burnt all my wood, so I'll have to go and find some more. But I'm just going to use twigs, I think. Don't need many bits of wood to get the kettle boiling. Right, that kettle's boiled. Let's get this coffee made. Nescafe. Is that French? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, stodgy. Get some honey on there. I'll loosen it up a bit. It's lovely stuff, that is. Got a really good view here, looking out over the swamp. Second cup of coffee. Which isn't as good as the French coffee. No, that was smoother. I was really impressed with that French ration pack. Menu number 7. I'll definitely get one of those again. But it will be just for one meal. It didn't really well, it lasted me the whole day, but good job I've got plenty of fat reserves. Yeah, I was just going to say, just before I woke up, I was dreaming about being out on the Super Cub on my own, blatting round the lanes, and I slid off on a big sweeper that had a wet patch on it. I was going too fast and just ran wide and slid off, and it was all gravel rash down one side of it, and I was nearly in tears. I was devastated. It was so real. It was horrible. It woke me up. It was like a nightmare. I haven't slid off a bike like that since I was 17, or when I used to go racing back in the 80s. Slid off a couple of times then. But I've had a couple of people in the comments say, one guy said, you obviously haven't been riding very long. Well, what an insult. I'm 65 and I've been riding bikes since I was 11, continuously. I've probably done the better part of 1 million miles. So you can't get much more experienced than that, can you? I've done lots of training, you know, I've done police training, advanced training. I used to race. I raced bikes. I did motocross, road racing for 12 years. I used to win races, which is why you see me bombing around the corners, because I love it. It's part of me. To me, motorcycling is all about the corners and acceleration to some degree. I quite like acceleration. Not bothered about top speed. That doesn't really interest me. But I like the feeling of acceleration. But most of all, it's the corners. That's where it's at for me. So please don't moan in the comments that I'm inexperienced and a newbie. Because negative comments do have a negative effect on me. You know, I go to a lot of trouble to make these videos, and for someone to say that, I feel like I'm just going to pull the plug on it. If I had too many, I would pull the plug on the channel and it wouldn't be there anymore. Because I don't make any money out of it. It's just, you know, it might cover some petrol and that's about it. There's no money to be made unless I get hundreds of thousands of views. But most of the comments, you know, 98% of the comments are really good, and you know, thank you for that. Thanks to all my new subscribers. You know, I really do appreciate everyone who's supporting the channel by watching and commenting and liking. You know, it's great. It gives me incentive to make more videos. It's just a shame that that 2% do spoil it somewhat. Needless to say, they get deleted and blocked, those people. But the trouble is, I've read the comments, so they've sort of succeeded in what they wanted, haven't they? By winding me up. But I've got a nice loyal band of people that always comment. And it's good, the interaction is quite good, you know, because we're all like-minded people. That's why you're here, isn't it? But if you've watched this far into the video, I do appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed it, because this is what I love doing. Apart from going around the bends on my Super Cub, this is where I love to be. It's beautiful. Out in the woods, roughing it. Well, if you can call this roughing it. I don't call it roughing it. A lot of people would. But to me, this is living. I'm living my life as best I can, while I can. I might just sit here for another hour or so, just soaking up the sun. I'm not in any rush to go home. Might even have another cup of coffee. I've got enough water. And a slow pack up and walk home. It's quite a pleasant walk, you know. It's pretty flat. It's only about half an hour to the car. It's quite hard work with a big 20 kilo rucksack, but I can manage that just about. Well, sorry about that little rant. It's just something I wanted to talk about. So the next video will be out on the Super Cub. So I'm going to dismantle the fireplace. I think eventually I'll move it, or dig. I'm going to dig into this sort of mound here. So I'm literally just going to do that with that one. Scatter the bricks. Bricks do make a good fireplace boundary, because they're not going to shatter. So I'm just going to scatter this. It's all cold now, it's all gone out. All makes good compost for the plants. There, by the time it's rained and washed away that bit of ash, you'll never know I've been here. So that's it for this one. Leave no trace as best as possible. I haven't destroyed any plants or anything. Just pruned a few trees. Got me rubbish. It's been a really good camp. I've really enjoyed it. It's my favourite spot. You know, the sun comes through there in the morning. It's beautiful. It's just a shame that I can't camp here in the summer because of the mosquitoes. That'll be hell on earth, that swampy bit there. So I've probably got another month maybe. So I'll have to come back at least once. Yep, that's it. I'll say cheerio and see you on the next one for some more Super Cub adventures. Cheerio.